Good morning, it's day 27, it's about 8 o'clock, and we are at Laughing Heart Hostel. Cool thing about that is that the AT is right here, it just drops you off in town, and you look to your left, over here for a little bit, and the hostel is right here. Cheap stay, solid location, kind of warm at night, that's not necessarily a problem. But yeah, it's a really cool spot. Downside, there was this one chick who had a stomach bug, and I woke up and threw up about 3 times this morning, so I'm really hoping that's not what happened, because I did eat a lot last night. It was warm and I was uncomfortable, so if I end up throwing up all over the trail, then I'm just gonna put up my tent and just stay by a water source and just wait. It's not good. Okay, we are out of the hostel and we are on our way out of Hot Springs. I'll try to film as much of it as I can as I pass through here. Technically this is not the AT. AT's back that way down a flight of steps, and I hate steps, so not doing it. I already did it, I already got those numbers, don't have to do it again. I have a feeling that today is going to be difficult. Cold, windy, I'm not feeling that great, barely slept last night, but it's not wet, and it's pretty. Any other of these? It's pain. Of course, that's the other thing too. I had a day where I was just wearing Crocs and not my hiking boots. It's my first day with the hiking boots back on, and my feet are not happy. I don't know. It's gonna suck. I have a feeling it's gonna be rough. But I'm gonna keep pushing, make it through, keep it small in numbers, just in case. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, we're about the heart of town. These people right here, I guess they have a cottage out for rental, but they had a whole spread of stuff out on a table, kind of like Halloween, and it's just all for thru hikers to pick up from. Yeah, it's they've got a community and a nice church. Oh yeah, so these things down here. I've always wanted to get a tattoo, but I've always wanted it to be something that means something, and I think that's gonna be it. Just a matter of where am I gonna put it. Of course, that's only if I complete the AT. Building on my left is the Tavern. It's a really nice spot. They have a lot of good options as far as drinks and food. World famous cheese sticks, and yeah, it's for a good reason. This blew me away. And my waitress was actually from Baltimore, Maryland, so it was really funny when they asked, like, you know, oh, where are you from, this and that. And just have that immediately, like, oh yeah. Building on the right is Bluff Mountain Outfitters. They have a good selection of food for resupply, a lot of clothing. It's an okay spot. It's a good spot to send your packages if you have any for pickup. And that mountain in front of me is probably where I'm going. So, go ahead and put this away and really focus on the day. It's not a bad way to start your day. And it's nice and sandy and soft. Still too cold to jump in though. It's about 12:30 p.m. and I didn't make it too far. I'm about 2 miles from Hot Springs up the mountain. I didn't eat anything. I threw up again. I just feel tired and incapable of pushing anything. I know for a fact that I have to get off of this ridge and go down to a water source. That's only about 4 miles. There's one 2 miles, but it's not as reliable. Should be okay. I just need to listen to my body. My body told me to go lay down and take a nap. And that's what I did. I feel good, except for the headache, because of dehydration. The other freaking annoying thing. That thing right there, that green sack, that's my food bag. I just resupplied, it's completely full. And I can't eat, which means I have to carry all that damn weight on an empty stomach. At least it's not wet. It's 3:30 and I'm feeling a lot better now. I pulled off and slept for about 5 hours. Woke up, purged my system, fell asleep for another hour. Woke up and ate 5 gushers and my body didn't reject it, so I'm okay to move. About 3 miles from a campsite with a water source, which is exactly what I need because dehydration is a problem. Oh, also in my hurriedness to put up my tent, I lost the sleeve that the tent itself and the tarp itself go in, but I'm thinking if I just don't use my sleeping bag one and use that for the tent, it should be okay. I don't know, this morning was a mess. Too damn cold too. I don't know, today's gonna be cold. Or tomorrow. But at least now I know I can still get some mileage in and sleep in or wait for the bad weather to pass, instead of heading out into the bad weather and making things worse for myself. Alright. Good morning. It's day 28. It's about 11:30. And I am feeling better. Not 100%, but a lot better. I was able to keep some food down. And I slept a whole lot, which is good and bad. I don't know. It just kind of makes you drowsy for the rest of the day. Lazy, for sure. Yeah, next shelter is 11 miles away. That's what I'm going to aim for. There's a water source right down the road, so I can go ahead and grab that. It's a bummer. There's a blue blazing over to a meadows that I actually do want to see. I don't know if I'm actually going to shoot for it. Depends on what time it is that I get to the trail. That's one thing that I haven't been doing. I've just been focusing on miles on the AT and not actually enjoying all the side stuff. Like I talked to Bruce and Buddha and they said that they found an offshoot for a overlook that nobody goes to. And it sounded really interesting. I was kind of bummed that I missed out on it. But there's a whole lot of miles ahead of me, a whole lot of places to pull off, especially Shenandoah. I mean, I know for a fact Shenandoah I'm going to be pulling off a few times just to check things out. Yeah, that's the plan for today. Low mileage, just focus on how I feel. I don't want to be as exhausted as I was yesterday, ever. Because that was brutal. And it's actually cool too, because there was a southbounder who camped here, and Tigger camped here too, and they were both actually like legitimately concerned about me, like, oh well, we've got things like Pedialyte and this and that, if you need anything to help you feel better. It's like, I'm covered. I just don't want to eat any of my food, because if I eat it now, I'm gonna throw it up, and that's a waste. So I decided to just not eat last night, wait until I woke up, tried slowly to eat food. I was able to. I had to really focus to keep it down. I was able to. Now I'm here, now I'm ready to go. And so are you. So here we go. Figured I should probably record this before I finish this cookie and leave. It was trail magic. And what was even cooler, so they had a trash bag tied to it, and the first thing I thought in the morning is that I bought these really crappy Hostess cakes. They're just dense and awful. It's, God, I wish I could just toss these away. Like, first thing I want is a trash can today. And yeah, Trail provides. I guess I got it. It's like a, I don't even know, like an orange cinnamon oat cookie. It's delightful. Really good. Whoever left this here, thank you. Morning. It is day 29. It's almost noon. And we are at White Rocks Cliff. Not a bad place to stop for lunch. Finally get some views today. A few little mountaintops. It's a whole town down there. I don't know what that is, if that's a ruin. Hiya. So I got really lucky. I actually came to the shelter and set up my tent way back over there and waited a while. Had my dinner, got my water. I looked up and nobody was over here. And I heard like 3 people just walk right by. So I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm pretty sure I've got a shelter to myself, which is a really big deal for me because I don't sleep well around other people that I don't trust or know. And at the shelter, that's all that there is. It's usually like 15 people stacked inside a little cubby. Not this time, just me. And it's supposed to rain tonight, mostly tomorrow. And it's not going to get my tent wet. So it should be a good night and an even better morning, hopefully. Hopefully all goes well. 40 to 50 mile-an-hour winds, and I am surrounded by a whole bunch of dead trees. It's rainbow times. Here's I'm gonna just turn off the camera. It's starting to rain. So we got 40 to 50 miles an hour. And broken branches falling from trees. It's been a dangerous call.